Senator McCain, Prime Minister Maliki and Senator Obama seem to be on the same page when it comes to a timetable for the withdrawal of U.S. troops by 2010. Are you feeling like the odd man out here?
Prime Minister Maliki and General Petraeus and Admiral Mullen and the other leaders of Iraq have all agreed that it's condition-based. Senator Obama said the surge would fail, said that it couldn't succeed. He was wrong. He said he still doesn't agree that the surge has succeeded when everybody knows that it has succeeded. I said at the time that I supported the surge that I would much rather lose a campaign than lose a war. Senator Obama has indicated by his failure to acknowledge the success of the surge that he would rather lose a war than lose a campaign. I know what this conflict is all about. I will bring our troops home. I'll bring them home in victory. And I will not do what the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff said would be very dangerous. We will have a stable Iraq that we don't have to return to because we have succeeded in this strategy, and we will come home with victory and with honor and not in defeat. Senator Obama has said that if the surge failed, that he may have to send troops back. After this surge has succeeded, we've won a victory, we'll never have to send Americans back.
But why do you think Prime Minister Maliki publicly supported and endorsed the concept of a timetable, a 16-month timetable? And isn't that one of the main objectives of this operation, Senator McCain, to get the Iraqi military to stand up so U.S. forces can in fact stand down?
Well, that's what they've been doing, and we have succeeded. And the fact is that Prime Minister Maliki always said it would be condition-based, and so has all of our leaders, and so has General Petraeus, who has had enormous success. If Senator Obama had had his way, we'd have never had the surge, and we'd have been out of there last March, probably having to come back because of chaos in the region, increased Iranian influence. So the fact is that we have succeeded, we are winning, they'll come home with honor, and it won't be just at a set timetable, it'll be condition-based, which all of us are in agreement with, including our military leaders, including one of the great generals in history, General Petraeus, who devised this strategy which succeeded when frankly most people and those who thought, including political pundits, said we had lost the war, including Harry Reid, including Senator Obama. So we've succeeded, and we will come home in victory, and it'll be based on conditions, but Al-Qaeda is not defeated. They're on the run, but they're not defeated. So we have to be prepared to continue to do what's necessary to succeed, but in order to win the war, but we have succeeded in the strategy. There's no doubt about it.
Senator McCain, Senator Obama says while the increased number of U.S. troops contributed to increased security in Iraq, he also credits the Sunni awakening and the Shiite government going after militias, and says that there might have been improved security even without the surge. What's your response to that?
I don't know how you respond to something that is such a false depiction of what actually happened. Colonel McFarland was contacted by one of the major Sunni sheikhs. Because of the surge, we were able to go out and protect that sheikh and others, and it began the Anbar awakening. I mean, that's just a matter of history, thanks to General Petraeus, our leadership, and the sacrifice of brave young Americans. I mean, to deny that their sacrifice didn't make possible the success of the surge in Iraq, I think does a great disservice to young men and women who are serving and have sacrificed. They were out there. They were protecting these sheikhs. We had the Anbar awakening. We now have a government that's effective. We have a legal system that's working, although poorly, and we have progress on all fronts, including an incredible measure of security for the people of Iraq. There will still be attacks. Al-Qaeda is not defeated. But the progress has been immense, and to not recognize that and why it happened and how it happened, I think is really quite a commentary.
A commentary on what?
That Senator Obama does not understand the challenges we face, and they did not understand the need for the surge, and the fact that he did not understand that and still denies that it has succeeded. I think the American people will make a judgment, and I think that they will agree with me that at enormous sacrifice, after 4 years, nearly 4 years of failed strategy, we have succeeded, and our troops will come home with honor, and we won't be defeated, and there won't be chaos in the region. There won't be increased Iranian influence in the region, and it will have a bearing on what happens in Afghanistan as well as the entire region of the world. And I'm proud of what they've done, and to deny their success, I think, is a fundamental misunderstanding of what happened.
Senator Obama also told me, Senator McCain, that the money spent on those additional troops on the surge might have been more effective had it gone to Afghanistan or even to a better energy policy in the United States. What's your response?
The fact is, we had 4 years of failed policy. We were losing. We were losing the war in Iraq. The consequences of failure and defeat of the United States of America in the first major conflict since 9/11 would have had devastating impacts throughout the region and the world. Thanks to a great general, thanks to a lot of courage and bravery on the part of American men and women in the military, we succeeded. And we are on the path to an honorable withdrawal and home and victory, not having to return. As Senator Obama said, we might have to if his strategy of straight dates for withdrawal didn't succeed. So, of course, it's been enormous sacrifice, and Americans are all saddened by it. But the consequences of failure would have been devastating, and that would have been the result if we had done what Senator Obama wanted to do, which would have meant our troops were out by last March, much less anytime soon, according to an arbitrary date. And again, the future is bright for the people of Iraq. The future is bright for stability in the region, for strengthening our alliances, and succeeding in Afghanistan. And it's going to be long and hard and tough struggle. If we had done what Senator Obama had wanted, we would have been defeated. Now we have the chance and opportunity for a very bright future.
Senator Obama describes Afghanistan as the central front in the war on terror. That is where, after all, Senator, 9/11 was plotted, and now the border between Afghanistan and Pakistan seems to be a hotbed of al-Qaeda activity. Why do you believe Iraq is the central front in the war on terror?
Well, one reason is because that's what Osama bin Laden said that it was. He said, go to the country of the two rivers. That's what General Petraeus says, who I think is extremely knowledgeable, that it is the central battleground. And Afghanistan is very tough. And there's a number of great challenges there. And we have to employ the same strategy there that succeeded in Iraq. And we can succeed there. We've got the problems on the Pakistan-Afghan border. We've got the poppy problems. We've got a weak government there in Kabul. But we can and will succeed there. And if we hadn't succeeded in Iraq, then the complications would have been incredibly more severe, and the chances of succeeding in Afghanistan would have been greatly diminished. Now that we've succeeded in Iraq, obviously we will be freeing up troops to go to Afghanistan, and we will urge our NATO allies to send more troops and be more involved as well. We can succeed.
Do you agree with Senator Obama's contention that an additional up to three additional brigades should be deployed to Afghanistan?
I've said that for a long time, but you see, Senator Obama doesn't understand it's not just troops. It's an overall strategy, the kind that we employed in Iraq, which he said couldn't succeed and wouldn't succeed, and still doesn't acknowledge as having succeeded incredibly. That's the same strategy that will work in Afghanistan. So it's not just troops, it's hold and build, it's working and building up the Afghan army, it's combating the poppy crop, it's a stronger government of Afghanistan, it's settling and addressing the issue of the border areas between Pakistan and Afghanistan. So it's an overall strategy. It's not just 2 or 3 brigades. It is also increased engagement on the part of our NATO allies. But I guarantee you, if we had failed in Iraq and been defeated in Iraq, our challenges in Afghanistan would have been dramatically complicated and worsened.
Senator McCain, you sound very frustrated with Senator Obama's perspective.
No, I'm not at all. I respect Senator Obama. I admire his success. He won a very tough primary campaign. I respect him. I look forward to debating these issues. He just has been wrong and is wrong, and therefore I strongly disagree, and I think the American people will make a judgment about who was right. And so I admire and respect Senator Obama. I wish he would have engaged in town hall meetings with me, as I asked him to do, so that we could talk about this and other issues, including the economy, which is the overriding issue to Americans today.
You have said, quote, "I know how to win wars." Which wars, Senator
Sure.
McCain, are you referring to?
Bosnia, Kosovo, First Gulf War, the conflict in Iraq, to name a few. I've been engaged in every single one of them, and in a decision-making process as one of the senior members of the Armed Services Committee, and engaged in the debates on the floor of the United States Senate and involved in the Armed Services Committee. I know those wars, I know conflicts, and I hate war. No one hates war more than the veteran who feels most keenly the loss of a veteran, and I know how to win wars.
What does victory in Iraq mean to you, and how long are you willing to engage U.S. troops to achieve it?
We have succeeded in Iraq. We are winning. We will be making additional withdrawals, as everybody acknowledges. We may have an advisory capacity, as even Senator Obama agrees, and we may have security arrangements that are in the interests of both countries. But the fact is, victory is being achieved now. A stable society, secure environment, functioning government, functioning legal system, all of the trappings of a nation where people can feel secure in their future in a free and independent nation. And that's what we've succeeded in the strategy, which will then mean we are winning the war and bring our troops home.
What is your biggest fear about bringing troops home too soon, Senator?
That we lose the fragile success that we have achieved. Al-Qaeda is not defeated. They're on the run, but they're not defeated. So my greatest concern is that we announce a date for withdrawal, which would have had devastating consequences if we had done it when Senator Obama wanted it done, and we lose all the hard-won gains that we achieved at the great sacrifice of American blood and treasure. I don't want that reversed. Senator Obama had said, well, if things don't go right, he's prepared to send American troops back. I'm prepared to leave when we have victory, so we will never have to send American troops back.
Finally, Senator, your campaign released a video today complaining about what you call the media's love affair with Senator Obama. Clearly, you believe you're getting unfair coverage. Why do you think that's the case?
I don't think so. I think it is what it is. I'm a big boy, and I'm enjoying every minute of the campaigning, and I'm certainly not complaining. In fact, I think it's fun to watch.
Do you think your campaign simply isn't as adept as Senator Obama's when it comes to facilitating media coverage?
No, I think my campaign's doing fine. We're 2 or 3 points behind. We're doing fine. I'm very happy with where we are. Senator Obama has run a very successful campaign in gaining the nomination of his party and attracting the attention of many people. I'm happy. We're putting one foot ahead of the other. I'm happy with where we are. I relish the underdog, and I'm confident we're going to be victorious. So I'm very happy with my campaign. I'm very happy with where we are. Love the town hall meetings, and I love the kind of campaigning we're doing.
Senator John McCain, Senator, thank you very much.